It's amazing that all of this would transpire on that day.
What's crazy is yesterday was Biggie Smalls' 27th anniversary of life after death.
All the things I escaped. The car, the shine, the loon, the Puff Daddy, Craig Mack.
Biggie Smalls.
The Biggie Smalls. So even though I made those decisions and it cost me money.
Yeah, man. I was just saying this. That day, yesterday was kind of.
That's eerie, man.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. It was just
that was crazy.
That's kind of crazy, man.
Rapper MaSe recently claimed that he went to great lengths to escape Sean Diddy Combs in the late 90s, and that it was this decision that saved his life. The prolific performing artist co-hosts the It Is What It Is podcast with fellow rapper Cam'ron, TV host and producer Treasure Stat Baby Wilson. During a recent episode, MaSe said he quit music in 1999 when he was at his peak to get away from Diddy.
Did you make the right decision leaving rap?
I did. Everything now that we see playing out was all the things I escaped.
Seemingly referring to the string of serious allegations against the Bad Boy Records founder, MaSe said he lost everything, including his friends, to Puff Daddy, but that despite all he went through, he was able to pull through and watch Puffy get called out for his wrongdoings. So what exactly did Diddy take from MaSe, and what is going on with the music mogul? Let's get into it. So recently, homes belonging to Sean Diddy Combs in Los Angeles and Miami were raided by officials from U.S. Homeland Security in connection to a federal SA investigation. The sudden raids came as the rapper and music mogul, who is credited with helping launch the careers of artists, including Biggie Smalls, J Blige and Usher, faced a string of varying accusations over the past 6 months, including R and SA. Once the news started spreading, it suddenly became a good week for anyone who has with Diddy, and MaSe was among those who reveled in Diddy's current predicament. The opening of the latest episode of It Is What It Is saw the two hosts joke about what they saw in the news.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Killer, I'm doing good, man. Reparations is closer.
Closer and closer,
Closer
man.
and closer.
Okay.
The big payback.
This has been the last year. Has really kind of been the big payback for you.
When Killer Cam asked MaSe if he had seen what happened, MaSe then lobbed the question back to Cam, who answered, "Yesterday was the anniversary of Biggie Smalls' album, 27 years later. That's what I seen yesterday. That's what I was talking about." MaSe then talked about how amazing it was that everything transpired on the same day as the day Biggie Smalls' album Life After Death was released, and he hinted at the possibility that God was behind everything. Cam also mentioned that the event also occurred on the 21st anniversary of the Diplomat's album, Diplomatic Immunity. "That's eerie, man," MaSe said. Of course, neither mentioned Sean Combs by name, but it was super obvious who they were talking about. MaSe himself claimed that escaping Bad Boy Records when he did was the wisest decision of his life, since he alleged that if he hadn't, he would have had his life taken away from him just like his friends were.
Actually, after Big I they was probably looking for more Bad Boy artists. And I couldn't even leave the room till Gene Dill, the officer had to come get me.
MaSe and Diddy have a long embattled history, since MaSe was signed to Bad Boy Records in the late 90s and early 2000s, when he gave his publishing rights to Diddy for $20,000.
No reason why I decided to stop, and I just wanted to better my life. I wanted to do something better for my life. Not all the time, money is the best thing.
He attempted to acquire his catalog for years after, and in January 2020, he publicly slammed Diddy when he turned down MaSe's offer to buy back his publishing for $2 million. Last August, Cam'ron revealed that MaSe finally got his publishing back from Diddy and that MaSe had just finished the paperwork. While it's no secret that misfortune has befallen many of Diddy's known collaborators, MaSe remained one of the most fascinating figures in the rap mogul's orbit, who was lucky enough to escape from his tumultuous tenure at Bad Boy Records. However, the prolific performing artist maintained a years-long feud with Diddy, mostly due to financial and business disagreements.
You spoken to Puff lately? Y'all talk or what?
Well, actually, we not really on speaking terms, but you know, I still pray for the dude, and I pray that all is well with him.
MaSe first quit music in 1999 to pursue his newfound passion as a minister. He claimed that during his time at the Bad Boy label, several unfortunate events transpired which prompted the Can't Nobody Hold Me Down rapper to find God. Some of these events included the and untimely death of label mate the notorious B.I.G. in 1997. And unfortunately, at the time, the label also dealt with a number of legal issues, leading to the incarceration of several artists. Shine, for instance, faced a conviction for armed assault in connection to a 1999 shooting incident. While MaSe had retired, he came out of retirement on 2 occasions. Once in 2004 with an album titled Welcome Back, and again in 2009 with a non-album single titled Get It, and later, Double Up. Unfortunately, his 2009 re-emergence was halted by label antics, prompting MaSe to crash Diddy's live radio interview with V103's Ryan Cameron. He stormed into the interview armed with documents that the rapper claimed absolved him from his label requirements, allowing him to function as a free agent.
Once I get the paper signed, then I come.
Oh, that's what it is, guys.
You see what I said?
What you gotta have something to talk? You got nothing to talk right now.
No, this is freedom paper.
Diddy allegedly signed the documents, allowing MaSe to perform as a featured artist on other rappers' songs, but it was later revealed that Bad Boy Records had kept the publishing rights to all of MaSe's music, retaining control over MaSe's music career. MaSe felt betrayed by someone he had once looked up to, and from then on, whenever he got a chance, he took shots at Diddy exposing the music mogul for not treating his artists well.
You ain't getting the money, you ain't getting the publishing, you ain't getting the respect. And I don't think you're like that.
No.
In the years since the initial spat, Diddy and MaSe have each taken public shots at one another. The rapper turned minister even put his frustration in a track titled Oracle 2. In the track, MaSe challenged Diddy to represent his hometown of Mount Vernon instead of Harlem, the neighborhood MaSe hails from. He also accused the business mogul of using the death of the notorious B.I.G. as a marketing ploy, and for not properly compensating the late rapper's mother, Valletta Wallace. "I'm just a Harlem reppin' down a Vegas strip with my own sugay. You from Mount Vernon, go and rep your own hood," he raps. In the track, MaSe raps, "You ain't no architect, you just a man who know how to market death." Rapping atop a mid-tempo track powered by horns and 808s, MaSe proceeded to disparage Diddy's character, pointing to his alleged misdealings as a businessman and his perceived lack of support for artists formerly under the Bad Boy umbrella. "I'm the ghost of Shine. I speak for every artist never spoke their mind, representing every artist that was left behind. From Craig Mack to G Dep, I still remember them kids trampled. For every producer you ever stole their sample," he spit, referencing the infamous 1991 City College incident in which 9 people were trampled at a celebrity basketball game promoted by Diddy. MaSe was not done, though. He went on Instagram Live and expounded on why he chose to lyrically call out Diddy on his song.
When I see the hurt and the pains of other people on Bad Boy, that motivates me to say something so I don't be deemed as a person.
MaSe claimed he was not like the yes men around Diddy that see him ruining people's lives without warning him that it's wrong. He claimed that people were able to tell him when he was wrong, but were afraid of doing the same to Diddy. He continued, "They'll judge my beliefs, they'll judge my Christianity, and they'll say nothing to Puff. They'll say nothing about it's a concert for Biggie, and Biggie's own daughter couldn't get in. They don't say nothing about that, but all of his friends got 50 and 60 tickets. We're done with your games." MaSe seemingly came out of nowhere, with shots clearly directed toward the Bad Boy founder. "Since Cain Kedable, I'm able to K-Kain. Love don't steal, my end change your name." MaSe spit on the second verse, a reference to Diddy's name change in 2021. While MaSe never directly mentions Diddy by name, Those familiar with both legends' history quickly attributed the rapper's bars on Oracle 2, "standing on bodies," as slights towards the man he once topped the charts with during his own heyday. Diddy reacted to the track by branding MaSe a fake pastor and asserting that MaSe still owed the label a $3 million album advance for a project that he never delivered. Like several former bad boy artists, MaSe openly held a grudge with Puff due to the CEO's alleged shady business practices, and he was offended when Diddy refused a $2 million payment MaSe offered to buy his publishing back from the label owner. Puff was even called out by former Da Band member Freddie P., who claimed the music mogul is the reason he hates life. One of the many times that MaSe called out Diddy for his seemingly malicious intent was in 2020, following Diddy's comments regarding empowerment for black artists. When he accused Diddy of not practicing the principles he demanded of the music industry in his dealings with artists. "I wanted to wait until I was financially great, so I can ensure that I was addressing this from a pure place and not out of spite." To add insult, "You keep screaming black excellence and love, but I know love isn't free," MaSe wrote in a social media post. "This is not black excellence at all." When Diddy took the stage at the annual pre-Grammy Gala to accept his Industry Icons Award, the Bad Boy Records founder made headlines with a fiery speech that directly criticized the Grammy Awards for not respecting hip-hop and black music more generally. "For years, we've allowed institutions that have never had our best interests at heart to judge us, and that stops right now," Combs said to raucous applause from a star-filled room. "We need the artists to take back control." It was that line in particular that set off a fiery response from MaSe, who demanded on Instagram that Combs finally sell him back the publishing rights to his songs. MaSe had even performed in the Diddy tribute at the very same gala where Combs gave his speech. In his post, MaSe argued that even though his hit songs helped propel Combs to the kind of success that eventually earned him this Icons Award, Combs also took advantage of his artists in a way that clashes with the rhetoric of his speech. For example, "You still got my publishing rights from 24 years ago in which you gave me $20K, which makes me never want to work with you as any artist wouldn't after you know someone is you and tarnishing your name when you don't want to comply with his horrendous business model," MaSe wrote on Instagram, tagging Combs' account. "Give the artist back their money so they can take care of their families," his post concludes. Diddy recently started giving back the rights of the artists he had taken, but MaSe felt that what the business mogul is currently going through is karma for all he had taken and done to those that couldn't speak up against him. His lawyers released a statement describing the actions of U.S. Homeland Security during the property raids as a gross overuse of military-level force. Yesterday, there was a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residences. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated, his attorney said. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. Diddy reportedly canceled his plans and is staying put in the U.S. to fight against any allegations that he was involved in. Sources who spoke with the Los Angeles Times said that Diddy was planning to leave for a spring break vacation with his daughters, but has since canceled those plans. He repeatedly denied everything, and in a statement back in December following the lawsuit brought by Jane Doe, Diddy called the claims sickening and said his accusers were looking for a quick payday. "Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged," he said in a statement. "I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth." Diddy's lawyer, Sean Hawley, branded the events described in the lawsuit as pure fiction. "We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies," he said. "We will address these outlandish allegations in court and take all appropriate action against those who make them." A fan on X, previously Twitter, said, "No wonder MaSe ran to God. He seen all this long before now, Kukibu. He don't want none with the darkness." Another added, "MaSe is really the textbook example of doing the right things will put you on the right side of history. Because all this stuff happening, and he can say, man, I walked away from money. I walked away from Diddy. and they can't ever put his name with him. What do you guys think of Diddy's recent predicament? What about MaSe's reaction to everything? Tell us in the comment section. That's it for this video. Bye.